Welcome to Tanked Up, the podcast, all about games and beer. I did it! Hooray! I'm Ben. I'm here with Aadil Kurji.
Hello!
And... oh, he's frozen. And... Brilliant.
Best start.
Lucy Yearwood.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, a good start.
Amazing.
I think we can probably finish there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, with a joke that only the two of you, not even all three hosts, could get because it didn't obviously freeze on my screen.
Oh,
It
it was-
definitely won't be viewable by the listeners.
It's
That is
alright,
how you start and stop a podcast.
It is, exactly. If you're listening on your podcast service of choice, you'll have to go to YouTube, Out of Lives.
/out of lives network.
I don't know. Is it Out of Lives?
Network.
Or is it just a bunch of letters and numbers? Have we got that far yet? Are we that
I think
big?
it might just been letters and numbers.
Oh, right. If you
I don't think we have
YouTube
the-
search Out of Lives
Yes.
Network, you get the thing. I forgot that there's the other thing.
Yes.
I
And
don't-
then,
I don't
see
know
how the
these
face-
YouTuber things.
hey, what are these kids into these days, eh? What
Yeah,
they're not
you know
into-
what I found out?
Vegetables.
What I
What?
found out today, my friend at work, he got a text from the school and it was saying that the latest craze in school is Strip Fortnite.
How does that work?
Well, I googled it at work because that's the best place to Google it. I never have that on my own computer. Work computer's fine, but it's basically like strip poker, but it's every kill you get an item of clothing you take off on camera.
So the more kills you get, the more naked you get?
Yes.
Because usually, the premise of Strip Fortnite game is as you fuck up, you're forced to... This is actually an oddly empowering thing. It's like, not only am I the best at this game, but look at my hot bod.
To be honest, the first YouTube video that came up was, I think it was a guy playing and he was forcing his girlfriend to take off the clothes every kill that he got.
That's not cool.
No, that's definitely not
Especially
cool.
that F word.
It's a new craze.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, no kids listen to this, but people who do.
God help them if they do.
Talk to your fucking kids. Jesus Christ, what's going on?
Wait,
The latest craze, apparently. Strip Fortnite.
Fortnite's such
Almost
a
as big as
weird
yo-yos.
game to do that with, because
Just go on, what is it, Chat Royale or something like that. Back in our day, it was Chat Royale, not Battle Royale.
wow.
Oh dear.
See everything there. There's only so much.
I remember-
I mean, no. If you
Without
want to
getting
see
blocked.
everything, just go to Pornhub. If you feel like showing yourself off, fucking make your own channel on Pornhub.
That's more. That's more. In depth than just going on Chat Royale.
Well, there's
Hey,
I was going to say
not
there
all
must
the
be tons
videos
of
are-
cam sites as well that you can just.
But Lucy,
do.
not all the
It's the
videos
thrill
are
of the
super
kill in
deep.
Fortnite.
Some of them are softcore. They're not all about the depth.
That's true. That's true.
Not always is the D shown.
So we've started blue.
I mean, so how does Strip Tanked Up work? We drink a beer, we take off a layer.
So the problem is we all need to be in tank tops.
Hey, good. Let's
Also,
drink some beers.
why
I'm
haven't we
thirsty.
like we had that like one T-shirt deal that I think literally one person bought, and I don't even think they listened. I think they just liked the logo with an email saying, "How do I buy a T-shirt?" And I know for a fact that T-shirt was bought. It might have been a hoodie. But why haven't we had tanked up tank tops and not just tanked up hoodies?
Because someone else was dealing with merch.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that
We've
because tanked
not
up tank tops is just
Thought about
a
it.
horrible like confluence of syllables that I love.
I mean, a tanked up tank top would
Yeah.
be good, but clearly for the summer.
Yes.
No,
It's winter
man,
now.
that's what you wear underneath. You show your pride.
Tank top.
That way, when you play that goddamn Strip Fortnite game, it's a reveal.
Represent.
Ah,
You're like, yeah, motherfuckers. Not only am I killing people, but also having to take a break from the game to awkwardly take a shirt off. But also,
in which
Look
time
at
I
what
could
I'm wearing
probably just be
underneath.
killed.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll think about it, eh? and we'll let everybody
CSG
know.
string, is that a thing?
Oh, what?
A CSG string?
No, I don't know, but it probably should be. I've opened a beer.
Oh, cool. What
Good.
beer is it?
Well, I've been ill all week, and I haven't managed to get out to the bottle shop, so I am delving into the Beer 52 box that I was recently sent, which I think I delved into last week.
Yeah,
maybe.
the restaurant table-y thing.
Yes, the table beers. So the first one I'm going to drink is called Radio Alice, and it is a
Beer.
a New England double dry hopped IPA. It's 6.3%. It's got a ton of flavour text. A juicy, fruity, and hugely aromatic beer. This IPA is double dry hopped with New World hops for lots of soft fruit character and a smooth body with muted bitterness. It sits wonderfully with the fresh and vibrant ingredients throughout the Radio Alice pizza menu. Pizza. And offers a thirst-quenching beer. I think it meant to say offers. That represents a departure from the more dry and bitter offerings currently on the menu. There we go.
Yeah, they were all paired with food. I think they went around to different restaurants and got their best pairing. But
Yes.
yeah, it was all nice reading, how nice these beers were. But it's like, I don't have the food to pair it with. They should have sent that in the box.
I think reading through Ferment, it did say at some point, and I think it only said it once, that a lot of the beers weren't brewed necessarily to go with like a specific dish. It was more to capture the
thematic
essence of the restaurant
Yeah.
they were kind of
see.
collaborating with. So
If you like the beer, seek out the restaurant.
And take
One
it
of the
with
most
you. Yeah.
more esoteric moves that brewery has done.
I imagine the guys at Beer 52 are like, what free shit can we get?
Yeah.
Let's just
go
talk.
to
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice restaurant.
We'll totally make a
five-star.
beer for you guys, and by that
Literally.
we mean we'll find a brewery to do that. But also, we'll need to have several dozen meals at your place to really understand the
It's
vibe.
research.
I have to say, I have a gripe with Beer 52 because I emailed to cancel in September or something, October. I think emailed to cancel in September, and they're like, "You have a 10 quid credit," and I'm like, "I don't know what that's for. I guess I'll use it on the next box. Please cancel it after that." They didn't. I have the box that Ben is using, and I'm just kind of bitter against drinking those beers because I didn't ask for it.
Yeah, I also cancelled my Beer 52 box not that
It's
long
great
ago.
sponsorship.
Well, they have never extended
bought all of our
sponsorship.
boxes. I cancelled it, and the guy said, "Oh, you've been with us for a little while. How about I rejig your thing so you're paying less, and I'll do whatever, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds good, but can we just put it back 6 months?" So that happens in 6 months' time. And he's like, "Yep, that's fine. I'll put you on hold for 6 months." And obviously, I did it a day before the new box had already been kind of processed.
Yeah, I mean that
so.
seems fair. My problem is I literally said make sure this happens, and then it didn't happen. And this is the double-edged sword of us talking a lot about Beer 52 for free. Is we get to also easily say this without repercussions. But I mean, part of it is they're small and things.
No,
fall
they're
through
not
the
small
cracks.
anymore.
Yeah,
No, they're
the other
massive now.
But the problem I have with them is that you cannot cancel without a phone call. So if you mismanage the cancellation phone calls, that's a big deal.
It's so that people don't abuse that. Send you free box if you're a first time
that's
customer.
really
and it's
shitty.
Yeah.
The whole point of these online services is that they're easy and accessible, and so making cancellation not is weird. But then also not following through on cancellation. Is
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah, it's purely because so people don't spam that and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that there was a mistake. It's just still a shitty mistake.
Yeah. But they're usually good at repairing mistakes as well, so they're good about that. Anytime I've had an issue, they've always sorted it out.
Yeah, but the problem is
Some
the issue is
obvious
we'll send you a box. I'm like, no, but the problem is I want you to stop sending me boxes because if you send me a box and don't charge for me for it, then in 2 months you're going to charge me again.
I'm teetotal, leave me alone.
Stop sending me these
Lucy.
beers to drink.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking a beer from the Yeastie Boys.
Oh, one of
The
your
Yeastie Boys.
favorites. It's called.
White Noise.
Oh, so it's just like the Ben beer.
That's harsh. That's pretty good. And it's a white beer. White Noise white beer. It's 4.4%. A delicate session strength beer with hints of orange blossom, coconut, vanilla, and a refreshingly clean finish. So I picked this up at Tesco because I haven't made it to the beer shop recently. But yeah, I was like, oh, it's the first time I've seen Yeastie Boys in Tesco. They're usually in like Marks and Spencer.
Oh yeah,
smells good just from opening the can.
Just for me, how long has it been since you've been to a Tesco, or the Tesco that you went to?
Not too long. Since the last time. I usually don't go that often, but it hasn't been that long since. Probably maybe a month and a half or something. Yes, it's been recently.
The Tesco's down the road from me have had Yeastie Boys in for maybe close to 6 months.
Oh wow!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it must be start of the summer, maybe. So maybe 5 months, something like that.
Okay, maybe I missed it the last time, which probably the case. But
I mean,
yeah,
maybe, it depends how big it is, I suppose, and stuff like that, doesn't it? As well, to how many beers, what kind of beers they throw into it and stuff. So
it's not got the biggest alcohol section, because there's still like, see the Vocation now and then, Brewdog. Sometimes like Oakham Ales, like they circulate in and out from that Tesco. But yeah, I think it's like when I see one thing, another thing leaves. I think it's like it's practically replacing other things.
Yeah.
When I did go to Co-op though, just one Co-op that I drove past, I found beers from Asia. I think that's how you spell it. AEGIR Brewery up in Norway.
Yeah.
And I really like their beers. The two that I found, I think there was a pale ale and just like a normal pale ale and probably an India pale ale there. Two of theirs, but I really like their beers, and it was like 3 for £5, which is good.
Nice,
good value. And it was like, yeah, they're obviously mass. I wouldn't say mass produced, but they're obviously producing a lot of them, and they're not going to be the best quality beers from that brewery, but in terms of what you can find from a supermarket or just a little co-op that I went to, it's pretty good. Just like corner shop co-op. It's great. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. Aadil, what are you drinking?
I am drinking the Iron Fire Brewing Company's Ocular No Fillers Sinner Hoppy Pale Ale. Good lord. It's a great flavor text. 5% Citra dry hopped pale ale. From Temecula, California. The flavor text is a government warning from the Surgeon General. And that's all she fucking wrote.
Got to get those clever words and absurd puns in on your cans, haven't you? Maybe Americans just don't give a shit.
I mean, we know that for a fact.
Yeah,
they voted in Donald Trump.
Yeah, I was about to say. They don't care.
Again,
they're lawless. It's the Wild West.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, another new brewery. Again, someone I haven't heard of.
Yeah, they were at the Course Cottam had them, and I was like, "Fuck, I've never heard of Iron Fire Brewing." Even if they didn't have this amazing can art, I probably would have got it just because I was like, "This is new."
Yeah, for the listeners, it's like, what is it, like some skull?
It's
skull
like
cowboy.
Yeah, it's like a
skull cowboy.
Yeah.
Skull cowboy playing cards with a
buxom
bar wench with a pint of beer on either side.
Oh, another one. Okay.
Yeah, I think she's a mirror image. Let's look closely. Look at that face.
No, she's got bigger boobs.
Oh no, it's slightly different.
Maybe
she looks a bit sort of.
I think the boobs are angular. Like I think it's just.
They're hiding behind.
So like this one's pushing against him.
Yeah. Nice.
And this one's just sort of flat out.
Yeah, I see.
I think the artist is trying to make them the same. This is great podcasting. Beer can boobs. What have we become?
Oh, I know.
Ben, you
dear.
have actually told us how your beer tastes.
Yes. I mean, it's very kind of light in colour, little straw, very hazy. Didn't have any head to it really. Just a few light bubbles, sort of on the surface, but that's about it. It came through quite big in the nose, as you would expect for something double dry hopped, but it's kind of. It is those soft fruits. It's a soft fruit smell, but it's. I can't tell in the smell whether it's edging more towards kind of tropical fruits or whether it's stone fruits. But in the flavour, definitely getting a lot of stone fruit, but there's something else kind of kicking in as well, which I can't quite get. Those stone fruits are actually quite big of a flavour.
Like mangoes? Like the biggest of the stone fruit?
the giant stone fruit mango. It probably is a little mango-y. I mean, it's not quite sort of peachy. It's not edging. It's not edging that sort of way. I mean, maybe a little apricot, maybe. But yeah, it's a little more. I think this is why I'm getting sort of a little caught up with maybe a bit of tropical kind of hint to it. That maybe it's a bit more mango. Than anything. There's maybe a little bit of ham and pineapple in there somewhere.
Ham?
Oh, come on. It's
Oh,
a
the
pizza
pizza.
beer.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, sorry, that took me a while.
Yeah, I was like, ham? What?
Jesus Christ.
Bit
So
salty.
we've got a pizza beer. Lucy, what's your beer taste like?
It tastes very good. Better than I was actually expecting. It's very, very light in colour, very straw coloured. The head dissipated immediately.
That almost looks like it should be a sour.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
with no head at all on there.
Yeah, it went straight away as soon as I poured it into the glass. And because the head went like really quickly, there's still like it's still a bit, still effervescent. There's still a bit of carbonation in there. So it isn't like just like a sour, just like one note. You are getting a bit of hoppiness at the start, but then it does soon like go into like quite a like delicate and smooth kind of texture. Not flat, but it's just it turns into like, I don't know, more of a soupy end rather than very hoppy.
I'm not sure I understand soupy in this context.
It's kind of hard to explain. It's not thin and it's not flat. It's still got some body to it. Yeah, it's still got some body to it.
I thought you were talking taste. I'm like, what?
Oh no, it doesn't sound like
which
tomato soup.
You're just like, yeah.
Strony.
Are you saying like it's salty? Like it's got this like strong base? What the fuck? Like I had that salt beer a couple of weeks ago. Last week, never. But okay, you mean so you mean it's not like velvety viscous, but it's a little thicker than you would expect.
Yeah. It's still got some body to it, even though it's like the carbonation just and the hoppiness just quickly goes at the end. Still got some body, some texture to it, so it's not like it just falls completely flat at the end. In terms of the flavor, I can definitely get like a lot of orange in there. Bit of sweetness. You can taste a bit of vanilla. Not too much. It's very, very subtle. If I didn't know there was vanilla in there, it'd probably just skirt over that completely without reading the flavor text of the can. But yeah, it's got that kind of estery kind of flavor to it. It reminds me a lot of from Big Hug Brewing, their white IPA. I think it's called Hibernation. I think it is.
Right.
Okay.
But I really like that beer. I really like that beer. It's it reminds me completely of this. Just got that nice hoppiness, nice fruitiness, a nice sweetness. It's not quite like a Blue Moon, especially because it's not so crisp and hoppy at the start. But it's really easy drinking and
nice.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm sure I've had this beer from Yeastie Boys before.
I think it's been around a little while.
Yeah, it has. But because I think I picked up 3 Yeastie Boys. I think I picked up the Earl Grey IPA, the Gunamata.
Yeah.
which is good. Not as
Yep.
good as other Earl Grey IPAs that I've had, like the one from Marble. I prefer, and I think just their normal IPA I picked up. I can't. The name escapes me.
There's the one I found. Is it Big Mouth? Which is a red can.
Yes,
which
that's
might
the
be
one.
Is that the one? That's I think
Yeah,
one of
I
their
think
better
it's Session.
supermarket offerings. But yeah, it's a
Okay.
session IPA, I think.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying this more than I thought I would. So
Nice.
for like £2 at Tesco, or if you a lot of times they're doing deals on these. Pick it
Yeah.
up. See what you think.
Nice. Aadil, back to you, sir.
So you both had sort of fairly head-free beers. I didn't do the best pour. I wasn't expecting as much carbonation. It started to die down, but like the head still had some structure. And then while Lucy was talking, I just poured the rest of the can. Like right when Lucy started talking, and look at this thing.
Yeah.
Follow me.
If you can see it, no, you're not going to be able to. It's like
Foamy.
it's kind of
a
like
mountain.
there's like a peak to it. Like part of it hasn't dissipated. Like it's a really strong-headed beer. Like I recognize it to do the best pour, but also it's just one of those beers where the head just doesn't go away. It's got a really nice, clean, almost like a really new quality lemon scented candle, like that just bash of citrus. That's the nose. Doesn't have that like the depth of the lemon. It's just like citrus.
Okay.
And then you get a little bit of malts afterwards, like a little bit of that sweetness, but it's really quite a one note nose.
Mm.
Oh, that's very good.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the hops are very much in the forefront. It's again still some citrus, some good solid bitterness. Not a lot of other things. And again, it's that like when I say citrus, I mean that like characteristic tardiness of citrus, where it's not super tart like a sour, but it's like take the core of the lemon scent and taste and get rid of all the other things, and then you pair that with some like very medium malts, so there's a bit of sweetness, slight biscuitiness, but it's all sort of undertoned, and that's the taste of this beer. It's like hey, also this,
Hey,
yeah,
I'm here. Hey.
yeah,
Okay.
Looks good
it's-
when you get past the head.
yeah. So it's like it's got this like zippiness, I guess, to like the initial taste, but the zippiness doesn't last that long because you're not sort of overwhelmed by it. And the finish is a little wet, quite bitter. You lose both that zippiness and the biscuitiness by the time of the finish is like probably my only complaint. So like the primary taste disappear and you just are left with that sort of raw, bitter, hoppy taste, and a slightly wet mouthfeel. It's a little velvety, which is nice. So like there's some sort of lingeringness, but it's not the taste; it's just the texture that lingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, based just on that, I would definitely try something else from Iron Fire Brewing Company.
Where are they
Good
based
endorsement.
again?
Oh God, I gotta get this right. It's one of those.
Telecoma or something in California.
Where
Or
are you?
something.
Temecula,
like-
California.
That sounds like a disease.
Temecula, where beer is
Temecula.
brewed.
That sounds like some kind of lung infection.
It might be racist. I'm pretty sure it comes from the indigenous cultures from down south.
Well, to my ears, it still sounds like a lung infection.
I guess so. Hold on. If I wanted to mispronounce this, it'd be Temecula or
Nice.
Temecula.
Brilliant.
And for those of you who are interested, it's zip code 92590. That's my flavor text for the week.
Good. A good place to move on from, I think. Can I start just with
No, you can't. It's
please.
impossible.
I'd like to.
Wait,
just
have you
give
played a game?
I played a few games.
Oh,
I played a few games. I'm
yeah.
going to talk about.
I'm gonna start. No. I'm gonna start. I've played no games. Okay.
So, I just want to give another Red Dead update. I'm still playing it. Obviously, I haven't finished it yet. I'm massively far through, but
I'm actually really hoping you do, because then I might be able to borrow it before the new year. Although that might be.
Yeah, I think you could probably borrow.
Might
it
be a
before.
bad idea given all of the tumult involved with my
Actually,
studies.
yeah. Let's wait
Yeah,
until
we
you
can
handed in your
see.
dissertation to give you the ginormous game.
The minimum 100-hour game.
Well, so
I miss pew-pewing. I want to pew-pew with the most antiquated pew-pewing possible.
Hey, play a little bit of God of War. It's a good game.
Oh, shit, yeah, you let me
Right?
that. I forgot
You've
that's
got
on
God
my
of War,
shelf.
Yeah.
There's
You know
swoosh
what I'm doing,
swoosh,
obviously. Swoosh swoosh, yes.
but no poo poo.
Thwonks. Some
Yeah.
thwonks.
Some shunk. Yeah.
So, Red
I also
Dead.
need to borrow Spider-Man from you so I can thwip.
Yes. Oh, you can get all the noises in there. All the excellent noises. Today, in Red Dead, I climbed a mountain.
What are you,
And-
playing Skyrim?
So, I got to a point in the game where I was thrown to a part of the map I'd never been before. And I was looking around, and I thought, oh, there's a mountain over there. Obviously, a lot of the kind of the boundary of the game is mountain. But it was, at least in the perspective I had, it was set in front of the mountain range behind. And I thought, actually, maybe I can go up this one. Okay.
Oh,
I'll
so
have
is
a-
this mountain separate from the other ones? It was like a lonely mountain?
a little bit. But I went up it, and I've said about how beautiful this game is, but until you get kind of up above most of it, and I have no idea whether this is one of the highest points in the game or not, it is just fucking majestic. Like, looking down on the landmass at the sky as it kind of changes through the different weather patterns it's just fucking phenomenal, like ridiculously so. And we've talked loads about, you know, the quality of it and how much work looks like it's gone into the environment and the world and the systems and absolutely everything about this game. But you know, until I got kind of up to that scale to be able to look over the world, I think it was kind of one of those like almost breathtaking moments in games that I'm sat there thinking, this is, you know, we've had a lot of games which artistically look fantastic. I instantly thought of God of War, how good that game looks, but it's at least in God of War, it's all very much on even though it's open world, you don't get that sense of majesty
And
that
scale.
Or scale.
on
There is
TV.
one part in God of War at the very end where you do get that sense of scale.
Yes,
There are a lot
yeah.
of parts, but just like looking out onto the distance, at the very end you get that sense of scale. But yeah, it's especially. I mean, Red Dead is just a painting. Like they went for that look, you know. And it's yeah. Was it a snowy mountain that you went up, or?
There was snow up there, but I mean only right towards the top. Like most of it was just
So just
It's
the
not
tip.
the mountain, was it?
essentially, yeah, just the tip, exactly.
Yeah.
It was down sort of towards the western edge of the map.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think the closest town is Strawberry, so it's kind of that side. Yeah,
Strawberry
Strawberry. So it was an
Games
area
are
that
dumb.
it was an area I hadn't been to before, so I thought I'll explore a little bit. I got some.
You've never been
I've
to
got some time.
Strawberry?
No. I've been to Strawberry, but I hadn't been.
Oh,
as
to
far,
that place.
kind of west as this.
I was like, I
this
thought you were in
mission took
chapter
me.
6. How have you never been to Strawberry?
Definitely
Spoilers.
been to Strawberry.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't actually care.
Strawberry.
But yeah, it's just it just.
I mean, this
astounds
is-
me how much this game keeps kind of giving.
This
really.
is why I really hope it comes to PC in general, but also soon, because because of the tools you get with the
Yeah.
PC, the level of exploration, and also like if it's this gorgeous, can you imagine what the mod community can do with like the way they like re-influence, like with Skyrim, like they redo the textures, they've fixed the light engine, it's this.
I know what you're saying, but with obviously things can always get prettier, but I don't see like how there's room for improvement in taking into account like.
But can you imagine
the light
like
box in the art direction, the.
But you could put
textures maybe yes, but
Vegeta and Goku in the game, and also SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, giant
wow,
Thomas
I
the
fucked
Tank
that up.
engines.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
You could put SpongeBob in the game with Vegeta. It'll be a
Even
better
more
game
beautiful.
by definition. All games are better when SpongeBob and Vegeta are randomly put into it. That is the tenet of all modding in fucking gaming.
They can take Macho Man Randy Savage Deathclaws and put them in Red Dead that you have to then fight on the top of snowy mountains.
or just Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I've actually put that mod on Skyrim
Yeah.
and sought out a dragon, and it was the best. And by sought out a dragon, I mean I
horrifying.
used the console and spawned a dragon. Obviously, at that point, you don't wait for shit because you're fucking with the game. It's weird, especially if you've got all the fancy like visual mods on, so the world looks super real. And then you summon a dragon, which is just an animated tank engine. You're like, yep, there is something wrong with the whole concept of realistic games. So it sounds like you had a really good, solid moment though with Red Dead, like a
Yeah,
a
very
moment
much.
that like wasn't game decided.
Oh, completely. Yeah, just through kind of exploration. I've
It
been.
does that.
It does completely, and I've been kind of teetering on the edge of going through my kind of like games of the year. We're getting towards that time where we're going to be talking about kind of our favorite games this year, and I think this game just keeps giving me reasons to elevate it higher and higher in my estimation.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
I mean, it is. I mean, The Witcher 3 for me so far, this generation is top dog. But
Did this come close?
Red Dead is it's so fucking close. It's creeping up there so much, and
I'd be curious what you think when you finish it, just because like you've done the one story, and while a lot of it has to do with the entire world, I think like your opinion of the canonical story will really inform like where they rank against each other.
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
That. Well, I'm not going to say anything because I've finished it.
Oh, I remember
I
the
think
game I
I'll
played
stay
this
on
year.
on the
I
podcast.
played that everything game or whatever, so that'll be in my top 10 because I'm pretty sure I've only played 10 games. Sorry.
Was that out this year?
Oh, I don't know. I played it this year though.
I
What
thought
do
it
you want from me, woman?
Sorry.
My game of the year this year is Final Fantasy IV.
Why not? Hey, I'm breaking the rules this year. Aadil, you're more than welcome to do the same. You both know what my number one is, and it didn't come out this year.
Overwatch?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that hamster is great.
I think I own it on Xbox and then sold my Xbox and then got it in a humble bundle on PC. And now a really good friend of mine's like, I bought a PS4 and me and my buddy play a lot of Overwatch. You should play. I'm like, I don't own it on that platform. I own it on the other ones.
Can you
Get it third time.
just out of curiosity, whether either of you know, can you link your Overwatch like accounts? So is it because it's a Blizzard account?
Why would
right?
I know this?
So maybe Aadil
Well,
might.
I mean, I know it's not
PC,
cross-play.
Xbox.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever played a
like,
Blizzard game.
From what I understand, you just link your Overwatch account to a console. I don't know if you can link it to multiple consoles.
Okay.
Because that would be actually interesting if you could like level up on one platform and have that reflect, but I don't believe that's the case.
Okay. So everyone kind of, the whole issue with Fortnite and the linking of accounts and being able to kind of take things across and stuff. Overwatch kind of seems like that may have been.
It's only Fortnite. Only Fortnite
I mean,
changed things.
So it's
like-
basically it's the
It was
kids.
always-
I think the big thing with Fortnite is like your account seems to be the same when you play it on mobile versus PC versus console, which is nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been in
The
recent
level of
years
play.
where your account has carried over because these games have their own launches, but that never used to be the case. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's always, if you want to play on a new platform, you start from 0 with your character. That's always been the
Yeah,
case.
you motherfucker.
So I don't know why people are like, oh, Sony, why are you doing this? It's like, it's always been this way.
Yeah, I mean, it has.
It's
It'd be
because
interesting.
They
it's
have no
because
reason to change
the other
it.
people have allowed it.
Yes.
It's like, why aren't you
yes.
changing with the times? Not why is this a question?
Because money.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see if, how long kind of like the big stalwarts, like Call of Duty and stuff, hold out for before they allow that kind of, like cross progression
well,
and being able to take
the thing
your
is that
kind of your Call
people-
of Duty account across different
Yeah.
platforms.
But nobody's who's playing Call of Duty on console is playing it on PC, and it's not
Yeah, I
on
was going to
mobile.
say. I mean, I think
They're
I think
in their
those
ecosystem.
games. It's like because if you're really good at console, you aren't competitive at
people aren't going
PC if
anywhere.
you switch.
Well,
Even
I-
if you could, they're because they're super competitive and they're very tied to
Yeah.
your method of input.
Yeah.
You're never going to have that much cross pollination. The key is though, like your method of input on an Xbox and then PS4 are very similar, and so that's
Sure.
what people want crossplay on. They don't want to be stuck with my friend chose to buy a PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought an Xbone X.
But
Well-
you rarely hear about that with like Call of Duty. Maybe Destiny is probably like the first one I
Yeah.
can remember that people were
Well,
like.
that's just. I mean,
"Oh, that's a good
I was
game."
gonna say, wait, what was the last Call of Duty game? Blops 5, 7, 12?
4
4. I was close.
that came out.
Yeah.
Mm.
I hear it has generic characters.
I don't know anything about it. To be
No,
honest.
no, do I. I've got a clue.
Okay,
Just
so
kind of, I was just thinking as well, like maybe it's the free aspect of Fortnite, but I wonder what they do with something like Warframe, because that's just kicked up on the Switch as well, hasn't it?
and I really
Yes,
want to
it is
start
on
it again because
Switch.
I like that game a lot, and the new changes are really interesting. And the reason why I want to play it on the Switch is because everyone will be new.
Play it on the toilet.
Well, no, it's literally like I came to that game late on the PS4. And then I switched to the PC, and there was just not a lot of people in the early levels. I was
Okay.
playing it really infrequently. With a Switch, at least you could kind of get some of the ground floor leveling with
So,
the parties.
With that,
But I
was it
don't. I
different-
want
was it
my
different
mouse.
accounts? Was it different accounts between PS4 and PC, or was it the same? Could you have the same account?
I think I've linked them, but like when you get like the loot boxes or whatever, they only go to one platform. I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Okay.
I know at one point I was a PS4 account, and then I like did something to make me a primary PC account or some bullshit like that. I do know that like my characters themselves never carried over.
Okay, all right. So you had to start again. Essentially, you may have been able to have the same account, but you had to start a new character and character progression again.
Warframe
Possibly.
came out the 20th, so 2 days ago.
2 days. There we go. We
All right,
are
Lucy,
relevant.
we're playing some Warframe. I'm going to use a bow and arrow, and I'll be really slow going through levels because I have to do it stealthily, and you'll get bored really easily. But we're going to do this.
Let me play the trailer. It's got like sci-fi. I know nothing about Warframe.
Oh, really? I really liked it.
Oh, it looks like
You pick a robot.
it has a
with-
budget behind it.
Oh yeah, you pick
Yeah.
a robot with specific superpowers, and then you give it your weapons of choice, so you can kind of make your own build. And then, but the core of your character is like the core. So as you can unlock and build new robot bodies with cooler powers.
It looks like everything I don't like.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm going to make you play it with me, and you'll get bored and walk away. But that doesn't
No,
mean I'm not going to make you play
no.
with it.
It looks genuinely cool. Like Destiny looks cool, but I hate
Sure.
sci-fi stuff. I can't stand it.
Okay, so it turns out they're all elf bots.
No, I hate high fantasy. Like I
Hobbit
hate
bots,
Witcher
mate.
stuff. Yeah, I don't like any of that stuff either.
They're all
They're all humans,
they're
desktop-based humans.
they're cosplay dudes. They're cosplay dudes. Does that help?
Right. If I want to play like Death Job dudes, I'll just play the Stanley Parable.
That's fair.
Which I
Good
think you
choice,
can
yeah,
unlock an account, not an account, an achievement in the Stanley Parable where it's
You
like,
can now.
yeah,
Yes.
where it's like, don't play for 5 years.
Oh, awesome.
I think I might have not played it for 5
Because
years.
it's
I'd have to
now
check.
been out for 5 years. People who
Yeah.
played it and didn't play it again after sort of day one. There was, like
a cheeky.
That sort of day when suddenly the achievement became achievable.
I'm gonna have a look at my Steam.
Okay,
Can't see when I last played it.
Just as a small tangent, as we're all Steam users of some sort, do you have the weirdest Steam achievement or badge that you are randomly proud of? Or do you have any concept of what those things are?
I don't pay attention. I don't even pay attention to any.
I say that because you guys brought this topic up, and I was surprised that you had a concept of it.
Hold on. When did I last play it?
I don't know. I do log kind of the achievements and stuff that I get on Steam,
I just like getting them because I can sell the badges or whatever they're called.
Yes, you can.
Well, you can sell badges. I thought you could only sell cards.
No,
whatever they are.
You can turn badges into gems, can't you? Because then you can unlock a pack of cards, which you can then sell.
So I bought it on the 19th of December 2013. When did I last play it?
Ooh, we're getting close, Lucy.
I need to see when I played. That's when I bought it. It says you bought it here. When did I play it?
If you go to
in your library, if you select the game, it will tell you when you last played it and how long you played it for, I believe.
Yeah, it says 6 hours. Game purchased. It doesn't say game played. That's weird.
Ooh, the problem is if you now open it up on that date this year
and
you've played it since then, you've got to wait another 5 years.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna wait till like next year.
Next summer or something, just in case.
So, I think the badges that I have that I think are on my profile are the worst. I have like one of those weird pillar of community ones.
Yeah,
because I've just been around, or but it's just like you unlock this whenever. But I have the 12 years of service badge because I joined Steam in 21st of April 2006.
It's been around that long, jeez. I came real late to the game. And
I have the 1K plus game industry guardian badge because I have too many games.
That's not a badge to be proud of.
Right?
It's when you get to 2,000 games, it just gives you a badge called Developer's Friend.
Yeah, right.
You've given everyone so much money.
It's just like, thanks, bud.
Thank you.
We got a cut of all 2,000 of those things.
Streamers and little party horns come out.
I mean, I think I surpassed 100 this year, so I don't know how you got to 1,000. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I think I surpassed 100 last year. I think I'm only up to like maybe
120
or 140, something like that. Yeah,
and a lot of mine were free.
Yeah,
all of mine are sale games as well.
I mean, most of mine are sale games or bundle games.
Yeah.
Humble Bundle Monthly is a good way to accrue a bunch of games because you're getting like 10 to 12 a month, right?
Yeah. And if PC was like my preferred platform,
which it was for me since before 2006.
Yeah.
The worst part is I also have a large GOG library.
I don't have anything on there.
I think it's over 100. I think it's almost 200 games there too.
Wow, Jesus. Really? I'm only in I've got about 25 games on GOG, I think.
I've got like 5 and they've all been free.
Oh no, I think I do have more because of that program that they run. That basically, if you own it on Steam, they will give it to you on GOG. You know, they rotate games in and out.
Yeah, just every once in a while they'll be like,
that's right.
If you but I don't go on GOG much anymore, so I never I miss most of those importing moments.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I've basically thrown away a lot of money.
Haven't we all? I spent 150 quid on the weekend.
I've bought
Night in the Woods figurines and Hollow Knight plushies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not buying bullshit that's tangentially related to games, at least.
Yes.
I mean,
Shame
not
me.
that I'm judging you.
But you'll put them up on your shelf and you'll enjoy them.
I've got my amiibo. Yeah.
Did I show you what I brought the other day?
Oh no, this will be great podcasting.
I'll have to describe it as well for the audio listener. But
no, Lucy, you describe it based on what you can see. Oh, that's easy.
Oh, it's a what are those things called?
It's a Lego Rebo
Brickheads, yes.
And I think it's it's
that actual one actually looks pretty cool because I'm not a fan of the look of those.
It's Yoda's dad. What was his name?
Hayden Christensen, mate.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yoda's dad, Hayden Christensen. my other thing was gonna be like, oh yeah, that guy who won the pod race. Technically true.
Yeah, that one actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys
usually have the weird little eyes.
Yeah, you and you got me for my birthday, I think last year, or maybe it was Christmas. You and Kim bought me Batman.
Yeah, that's right.
That Batman was also pretty good. Some of them are less like clear. That Darth Vader is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I like they've released a Thanos as well, which looks pretty cool.
Does he have a Infinity Gauntlet, or does he have like a wimpy hand?
I think he's got the gauntlet on. Maybe. I don't remember.
I had the Mighty Micro of Thanos, which had a gauntlet with like little gems on it, but I sold it on eBay because money.
Yeah.
Also, because I don't need all of this Lego. Also, I still have all of this Lego.
Yeah. Should we open another beer?
Shit, yeah. And also, Lucy hasn't even talked about games.
That's true.
Ben,
we'll open a beer and
finished?
just open the floor up to Lucy, basically.
Have you finished your game talk?
No, I do have another game, but it was only going to be a very brief discussion. Well, not even a discussion, just a mention of it.
Go ahead, just go.
Yeah, go for that while we all crack beers.
While I'm pouring. Because I've started to think about Game of the Year, I thought about revisiting some of the games that I played sort of right at the beginning of the year. So I had sort of 10 minutes today while I was sat in the car, and I jumped onto Florence. And
the machine?
No machines involved apart from my mobile phone.
She's pretty good live.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's weird, but she's pretty good live.
Okay, good. I mean, there's a lot of music involved in Florence, but yeah, I jumped back into Florence, and it's a stupid idea to go back and replay all of the games that I'm considering for Game of the Year. I should just think about them as I play them because, saying about Red Dead jumping up the ranks. Well, Florence again has just kind of shot up. How fucking good is that game?
It's incredible.
Ridiculous.
I don't know. I didn't play it.
Every
time you say Florence, I think girl name game. Do you mean Celeste? And then I feel like an asshole.
Celeste also.
I played that this year too.
Well, Celeste also.
I played like.
Please have that as your number one.
I played like less than 20 minutes of that game, but boy, have I played that.
Yeah, you probably died 600 times in those 20 minutes.
More likely.
Like 12 to 20.
No, just to on the back of that, Ben, Florence is an incredible game.
Yeah.
I saw the developers of Florence. What are they called? I can't remember.
Something Mountains? Is it just maybe?
I think it's just Mountains. Yeah. And they just retweeted something today.
Oh.
And I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's just basically a browser game about like what it's like being gay in China. And they were like, "This is great, and we're glad that we could."
Interesting.
We could inspire this kind of thing. It's got like similar art style, so I'm looking forward to playing that. So that looks interesting. But in terms of like going back and thinking about what have been the best games of the year, it's like I'm pretty sure I know what my number one is. Didn't even come out this year, which is hilarious.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers. But it's like anything's up for like second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Anything.
Well, if you're opening up to all of time, I'm gonna guess Qbert.
Yeah.
Chucky Egg.
Fucking that game.
Naughty Bear. Yeah. Just like all of those great games. But I think a good way to refamiliarize yourself with how much you liked it is like watching a spoiler cast. and watching people gush
yeah.
about it and just be like, oh yeah, transport yourself back into that time. It's like, yeah, that's why I love this game. Because I want to do that for God of War, because I haven't soured on it like at all. It's still an incredible game, but I'm just wondering how much did I actually enjoy that in the moment. It's like one of those games that I've thought about more after I finished it, which I think that's for Red Dead with me as well. But it's like in the moment, how much did I actually enjoy it? Right. Because I think Spider-Man I probably enjoyed more than
Red Dead.
Most games.
You mean like just chuffed positive feelings versus
chuffed positive feelings. But that's the thing. It's like,
is that
what I didn't enjoy playing it. Red Dead's not a good game to play. You know, it's just not a good game.
My cat was on my backpack on one of the dining room chairs. And he was grooming himself aggressively, and he caused the bag to shift, and they both fell. And then he just looks up at me and yells, "Meow!"
Cats are great.
And then continues to clean himself. Sorry.
Like nothing happened.
You were making a point. I just got totally distracted.
Cats do that.
Yeah.
They're ace.
That's their point, right?
Yeah, just to be annoying, weird creatures.
That love you on their own terms.
Yeah, and would definitely try and murder you if they could. But the point I was making was...
Do you remember?
Going back to playing old games. Red Dead
yeah, the point was, I was going to say, like, Red Dead's not a fun game to play. I think we'll obviously talk about this in a future upcoming spoiler cast, but just in terms of, like, it's clunky, it's the controls aren't good, you know, mechanically it's a bit cumbersome, but it's like I didn't have fun playing The Last of Us. That was just stressful. That was stress and motion.
Right.
But it's like you still enjoy it. It's like you don't have fun watching a horror movie, but you can enjoy it.
What?
You know?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just opened up my God Galaxy ages ago, but I had to update. I have 247 games on that platform.
Jeez.
But
nice.
What's interesting is I bought Far Alone Sales based on your recommendations.
Oh yes.
Another good game of the year.
The previous game I bought from GOG was Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. And they've apparently given me the VR version.
Yes, VR?
I didn't know there was a VR version.
Neither did I. Jesus
and also
Christ.
that's terrifying.
That sounds horrifying.
That's why I interrupted you with fuck.
Yeah.
Because your description of that game and the fact that, like, it's VR.
That would be well spooky, because it's even bad enough with, like, headphones on. It's coming to Xbox Games Pass, so I might try playing that again. That's another game that I'd describe as, that game's just not fun to me. Not at all. But I think it's worth experiencing.
So I think it might be worth, just preempting our Game of the Year talk, I think it might be worth, at the beginning of our talk, to actually talk about what we think matters for the Game of the Year before we go into that discussion.
What
it means, what we think matters about, like, a good quality game. Is it just entertainment, etc.? I'm not just saying that because I haven't played enough games and I want to say things in that episode. Totally not what's going on.
Yeah.
But I think it would be. I mean, I think games have improved a lot, and there's a lot of feels and non-just strict entertainment that goes on that we seem to value. And before we say these are our top games, would be useful to say what I think top game means, given that I think it's probably beyond that.
To quantify why.
Qualify.
Yes, you're right. Correct. Yeah, qualify. Quantify is numbers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've literally been marking essays for a week on the difference between qualitative and quantitative parsimony.
I don't know, because like the Golden Joystick Awards has nominated Fortnite as the game of the year. It's the most popular. It's still in early access. It didn't come out this year.
Yeah. So what?
So what does that mean?
Yeah. So I think it'd be an interesting discussion.
Games as a service, mate.
What we think. What we think grounds it, and of course, it's not just one or two qualities. It's the aggregate, and so can we make sense of people saying this?
I think this is a problem that I'm glad I don't have to worry about.
Oh, you do, because you are saying a game of the year from last year.
Yeah, but I don't care. It's my personal game of the year. It's the best game that I played this year.
Yeah. That's I think the
It's
best
my.
game I've
It
played-
may not even be the best. It's my favorite game of the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
something
know
that
how to
spoke
answer
to me
this.
the most.
Because
Mhm.
because I've like intimidated and pressured Ben to say beer and games. I know what game I've enjoyed the most time-wise this year. Just doesn't have video in it.
Doesn't have video. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh.
move on. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the beer that I've just supped. So it's another one from the Beer 52 table box. This is the Ghanaian Spiced Porter. It's
Ooh.
6%.
Oh, can you show me the bottle? Yes, I have that one. I'm just curious what you're
Oh,
going to
it's got the. Is that the Ghanaian flag?
Well,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
Like checker marked. Sort
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
It's got the little star.
It's from Zoe's Ghana Kitchen, and it says rich cacao chili porter with a roast character that sits well with the rounded chocolatey body and finishes with a subtle fruity heat.
Oh, it's like me.
Yeah.
Chocolate body and
Just like you.
chocolate. What is it? Fruity heat? I fucked it up. I couldn't remember what you said.
It smells lovely. On that nose, I'm getting some sweetness. I'm getting a kind of a roasted quality to it. When I mean, I've already had a taste, so I'm just going to launch straight into it. When I sup
go for
it, you very, very quickly get that nice kind of like ruby sweetness to it, but that spice or that chili instantly kicks in, almost instantly.
Really?
I have to say 2 seconds, and I've got a burn on my tongue. I've got a burn at the back of my mouth, and I'm not getting much flavour from it. It just feels like everything is gone. It's just almost everything. That chili is just so overpowering to everything else. I don't know whether my tongue and my palate will acclimatise a little bit to it the more I drink, but at the moment,
Just swear.
apart from that kind of ruby sweetness, instantly just burnt out completely. Just gone.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's
sometimes
a
a
shame.
problem with some beers when they try and use chili. I'm wondering if it's like, because I've definitely had like stouts, chili infused stouts that have just been like, no, this is way too much. I think when they get it spot on, it's brilliant. Like always hark back to the Tempest brews that I've had
Yeah.
with chili in them. And there was a fierce beer that I had at like a festival this year, which was like, it was like an IPA with chili, like lime IPA with chili. That was quite nice as well. But I think like one beer that I just couldn't get on with was Magic Rock's Demole.
Yeah,
Which was,
I remember.
Which was way too overpowered with the chili. And I'm thinking it might even be exacerbated in your beer, Ben, because it's a porter rather than a stout.
Yeah,
You not have that, that kind of oomph to carry with that chili, because it is a porter. It's lighter. It's more watered
Yeah, it's more laid
down.
back.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, if I've got any more thoughts on it, I'll let everybody know kind of at the end. Who has poured? Lucy, Aadil?
I have poured and I have tasted.
Okay.
It's a
Oh, that's
Cloudwater beer.
quite opaque.
Yeah, it's
Like-
a Cloudwater beer, so to be expected. It is the AW18 Brewed All Season IPA, which is 6.5%.
Yes.
It's the autumn winter series. So our all season IPA is brewed in New England style, combining bold hop flavors with a smooth, silky body and a semi-sweet, juicy finish that's low in bitterness. It packs plenty of tropical fruit and citrus flavor while retaining balance and drinkability. Aroma and flavor: mango, passion fruit, combined with citrus and light onion notes.
Whoa.
Have you ever heard onion and beer in the same? I haven't. Is that a typo? Light onion.
I mean-
I love onion, but not in beer. Body silky, fruit, full-bodied and juicy with soft, pillowy carbonation. Aftertaste lasting juicy citrus flavor and noticeable peppery character. It looks like a Cloudwater beer. It tastes like a Cloudwater beer, so it is a Cloudwater beer. It very much reminds me. I haven't had Cloudwater in the podcast for a while, but
No.
there were
I
several
think
weeks
none
in a
of us
row I
have.
probably had like Cloudwater all the
Yeah.
time. But I picked this up because I was like, oh, I haven't had a Cloudwater beer in a while. Let me try this. It just very much reminds me of like last summer. Not this summer, last year,
Previous one.
when it was just like, yeah, just juice bomb after juice bomb after juice bomb, and a lot of the times they do meld into one, and I think that's why I probably like haven't had them had Cloudwater recently, because once you have quite a few, and they do churn out quite a lot of beers, they all start tasting the same at a certain point. But it's just very nice to actually go back to that.
Yeah.
Definitely getting that like Cloudwater yeast that I can, tell from a mile away nowadays. But yeah, it's juicy, it's fruity, it's got that sweetness, but it's not sweetness from the malt, it's sweetness from the fruit, so it's not too overpowering, it's soft, it's, as I say, it's like pillowy carbonation, it is just very smooth and easy going, and yeah, on another day, like I could easily knock this back, I don't know why I'm being so reserved.
Yeah, I've had that, and I thought very similarly. It was just so easy to drink, and it's it is a nice reminder that breweries have excellent consistency.
Yeah. They do,
and they have their own style, which they are able to push and just knock out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a Cloudwater beer on Tuesday when I went out.
Yeah.
And it was their Belgian IPA, which was 8%.
Oh wow.
So it wasn't a double or a triple, they just called it Belgian IPA.
Yeah.
But that was really nice, and you couldn't tell that was a like Cloudwater beer. It
Nice.
tasted like something that was brewed in Belgium. It had like that
Nice.
really nice Belgian like
Sort of
yeast and
maltiness
malts.
and
Yeah.
Mm.
Really good.
Awesome. What I have is the Lost and Found R22 APA Fomosaic.
Yes.
I hate the way they name these.
Yeah, I
things,
really
Lost and
can't
Found.
stand them, and it's impossible to find on Untapped.
It's
Almost
like,
impossible.
What the fuck balls is this? It's an American pale ale, is what it is. It's Fomosaic. It's got Maris and Otter X2 and Crystal 30 malts. The hops are Pilgrim, Equinaut, sorry.
Equinaut,
Thank you. Simcoe and Mosaic. And I mean, there's like no real flavor text. It even is like this randomly pixelated can.
I'm sure I've had that one before.
Yeah,
I
I
remember,
had that
yeah.
one on the podcast a
did you?
while ago. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
you
I
weren't
tried.
I don't think you were on the episode, and I think it was just
Yeah.
Lucy and I, and I think
Yeah,
you
or maybe-
said then, Lucy, that you'd had it.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah.
Because
well-
anything that says Mosaic, I pick it up. So
Yeah.
So I mean, to my knowledge, it wasn't known, but that's fine because I
Yeah.
haven't had it yet.
alright.
yeah, no, you get triple
It's
whammy.
slightly opaque. What is the? I hate this can even with all their shit. Like I don't actually know what the IBUs are.
It is literally impossible to tell anything about the beer. You can't even recite the name.
I mean, all I know clearly is it's an unfiltered vegan product with natural haze.
Which is the most important thing, not the actual
I don't know
name
what
of
the
the beer.
ABV is. It's a beer. It's classified as an American pale ale. It's slightly hazy, but like I think less opaque than the other beers we've all had tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite.
There's almost no head. It's got this lovely sort of malted sweetness on the nose, kind of like it's like there's a bit of malty and almost like a bit of that. I want to say like dried fruit sweetness.
Okay.
Like it's it's a fruity sweetness, but it's understated. Like the core has been pulled out, like a dried mango. When you open a pack of dried mangoes, you get that waft,
Yeah.
and you like it's clearly mango-y, but it's not mango. It's that sort of like fruitiness, that
Yeah.
understated fruitiness. It's less hoppy than I would have thought.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
There's
You'd
Not a lot
expect a lot of hoppiness from like an American.
Yeah,
A
I think it's
style
actually
beer
most
flavour.
of the finish is quite light. It's got some citrusy fruitiness. It's got a lot of sweetness. I almost want to say there's a pininess, and I think that's just because the bitterness is so light.
Yeah.
That like the bitterness from the hops isn't like hops bitter. It's like
Got that resinous, piney kind of.
yeah. And that's like the lingering taste is this really light, resiny, piney taste. Where
I
was
love that
expecting...
taste. I love that flavor.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
I do,
expecting from an American pale ale. I was just sort of and like even the hops that like we've got Equinox, Simcoe, and Mosaic. I was expecting like more oomph to last,
Yeah.
and they just not quite there, which is fine actually because they're there in the forefront of the taste. And so I was just sort of surprised by the laid backness of the finish. Like it's really even like that light mangoiness and that like that sweetness is probably from the malts. All of that sort of recedes quite quickly, and so you're left with just this like neutral tone, slightly wet mouthfeel, but not really bitter. Just this resiny feeling, but again not with the bitterness. And I was expecting like it's an American pale ale. I was expecting a little like lingering, beery harshness, and it's kind of not there, and I'm just surprised by it. It's kind of great because of that, because of the taste that lingers, and it's not invoking me to like fix this taste because of like bitterness, and it's also wet enough that like I'm not feeling dried out.
But you usually get that with like, what is it? What's the style again? Is it like
APA?
It's an APA.
APA?
So
Yeah, they're not as bold in your face.
Yeah,
As like an
so I
IPA.
guess
So.
for an APA, I'm saying it's more laid back than the standard APA. It's clearly not an IPA. It's never going to be that. It just usually have like, at least from my experience with APAs, there's just more tastes that linger.
Yeah, I mean, from an APA, I'd probably expect more on the malt side. And malts to come through a bit more. So.
And the malts are coming through mostly during the taste, not the finish. That's what's surprising to me.
Yeah. You're not
like,
getting any of that sweet maltiness at the end.
There's a slight sweetness on the finish, but most of it is that resininess, and the bulk of that like malty sweetness is coming in the bulk of the taste.
Yeah.
And that's what sort of was surprising to me.
Yeah.
It's a really, really tasty beer, though. If only we could describe it so people could fucking buy it, because who knows what the fuck this is. Anyway, so that's beers. Lucy, what the fuck have you been playing?
Well, after I finished Red Dead, I just needed to ease myself into games. Played a few free games on itch.io. That was nice, just to ease myself back in with some very small experiences. Nothing to report on that front. But then I started playing a game called Akane. I think that's how it's pronounced.
How's it spelt?
Akane. It's on Steam.
So Akane.
Akane. But isn't it like Japanese? Akane.
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 I mean, that seems reasonable. Is it Japanese?
I don't know who the developer is, to be honest.
But it takes place in
Do
Megatokyo.
more research. Yes,
so it's probably called Akane.
Yeah. It's. I just saw this on one of the YouTube channels that I follow that covers indie games, like best indie games of the week and stuff like that.
Do you want to shut them out, or do you want to keep them?
It's either indie format.
Oh, you just don't know. That's fine. we're just gonna pretend it's zero punctuation or some other bullshit.
I think it's either Get Indie Gaming or Indie Format. I subscribe to them both, and they're pretty similar, apart from I think one's narrated by a Brit and one's narrated by a Aussie, so that's very different. But
no,
I can't remember.
Like zero
Pretty
punctuation.
much.
He's literally a Brit in Aussie land.
In Australia,
If
I was gonna say, it's clearly zero punctuation. You're just saying that.
Yeah, I mean,
That guy who makes shittier and shittier reviews as the years go by, but I still listen to them.
I liked his Obra Dinn one apart from the music. He was right.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah, that's true.
I was really surprised by his one critique, but I thought it was just because he felt like he
that's not
needed
the
a one
critique,
critique.
yeah. Possibly.
Have you okay, so now that we've started the I started their punctuation thing. Have you guys seen his Red Dead review and what did you think?
No.
I haven't watched
Don't
any
worry
of
about
Red Dead reviews, to be honest.
I've
I've listened to a few spoiler casts since, but I haven't
just because actually like a lot, the handful of games that we've talked about that he's also talked about, he's been quite light on criticism on when you guys have been really kind to, and I think there's a departure. I think that would be an interesting thing for you guys to talk about on your spoiler cast of like,
Okay.
because the opinions don't match in a way that they have matched consistently in the past.
I've got a lot of
Complaints?
complaints about Red Dead for sure. But
Yeah, like
We'll
why
talk
can't I
about
play
that.
as a female shepherd?
yeah, but I don't want to go into them now because they're mostly end.
Also, why can't I play as a shepherd? Can you play as a shepherd? Can you shepherd in this game?
you can't. Yeah,
No.
you can. You can
Can you?
shepherd in this. Yeah.
Fuck you guys! Come on, tell me, can I herd sheep?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Ben,
In Red Dead.
what are you doing with this game? How have you not figured this
I
out?
haven't herded sheep.
You
I've herded
you can-
cattle.
Oh well,
you can herd if you can herd cattle. You
I mean,
can
that's
herd
not a
sheep.
shepherd.
I mean,
though, is
no, Lucy, that is not the
But
case.
no,
in video
no, I'm not.
games.
No, you can herd sheep though.
Okay.
I kill.
By that
Anyway.
you mean by that you mean that when you were playing the game, your ears were like, oh, that was a bar. I heard sheep.
No, basically, I accidentally ran over some guy's sheep as he was shepherding them. He got very angry. I had to kill him. And I started shepherding his sheep.
And then did you hurt them or do you just?
No, I started shepherding them. It was like, because they're all just running all over the place. And maybe I should get them somewhere. And then I got bored after because like you sheep are dumb. And it's like
Throw
the
some
dog
dynamite
was
into the
yeah.
middle.
I think I killed his dog as well. That didn't help either.
Fuck. Oh, can you?
I don't
pet cats
usually
in this
kill-
game, or
It
is
got-
No,
Assassin's-
no, and that's why it's a 2 out of 10 game. You can't pet cats. You can pet dogs, but you can't pet cats. You can say,
That's true.
yeah,
That's
you can
very true. I
praise
even tried
them.
that today.
That
I even
is
tried that
really
today.
weird.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's like you animated petting dogs, but I can't stroke a cat.
I mean,
2 out of 10.
so basically, what you're saying is Assassin's Creed, whatever, something.
It's the
is
best
better
game ever made.
Yeah.
It's the best game
but-
ever made. Assassin's Creed Origins.
I think I couldn't remember whether it was Odyssey or Origins. I literally couldn't remember which one was the new one and which one
No,
was
Odyssey's
the slightly
the new
newer
one.
one.
Odyssey's the newer one.
Forget
right,
Assassin's
'cause-
Creed. Akane.
Akane, yes.
Oh yeah, so you played Assassin's Creed Akane.
Sorry, I have a very short fuse when it comes to discussing Assassin's Creed games. I don't care. Akane, yeah, it's a, it's like an arcade slash 'em up, but it's also
Ooh.
got shooting in it. I bought it. I don't know if it was on sale.
Shoot 'em up,
Yes.
but not like so. Is it shooting but not shmupping? Is that the problem?
No, it's not a shmup.
Yeah, so, you know.
It's a isometric. It's almost I don't know what angle you call it. It's almost top down, but it's more slightly isometric. Viewed
It's like 60 degrees, not 45 or 90.
yeah, pretty much. And it's all based in like this very small arena, where you're
There's a battle
just
royale and everyone fights. I get that.
yeah, I mean, basically, in like each wave there are like 100 enemies
Whoa.
that you have to take out. They all start like it starts out as 4 enemies, and they all start swarming on the screen. It's basically like Kill Bill. You've got your katana sword,
Nice.
and you're having to kill not 88 but 100 bad dudes.
Okay, so it literally is like battle royale, Kill Bill-esque, like
It's
Yeah,
like horde mode.
exactly, horde mode. It's sort of like, I don't know, Crimson Land or something, except if you don't have a gun, you have a sword. It's sort of like, I don't know, Hotline Miami-esque. It's got a pixelated art style, and it's got a really good soundtrack. I don't know how much the soundtrack loops. I've only played it for a certain amount of time, because just like Hotline Miami, It's a one hit kill.
Right.
That goes for you. Like,
And
if
the
someone hits
enemies?
you die.
Okay.
And most of the enemies, a lot of the enemies, green. I haven't got too far into the game because it is very much round based. First round is 100 enemies, then boss, and then I think you have to do the same again.
Oh, there's bosses.
A lot of the enemies are just like grunts, one hit kills. They also have swords, and it's obviously like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's not easy, but it's
yeah.
Oh wait, so you're a grunt by definition,
no, you have some other powers, which I'll get
but
to.
you're a
in a bit.
one-hit kill motherfucker.
But you are, yes. So you are very vulnerable, but you have obviously more tools in your toolbox,
Arsenal.
in your arsenal. Yeah, even better.
You're
But
gunners.
there are, huh?
I said you're
I
gunners.
got it. Don't talk about Arsenal. Anyway,
Oh come on! The
Yes,
Canadian
very
made a
good.
football reference that made sense.
well done. I'm immensely proud.
I can play FIFA. Oh man, I thought
can
I
be
could
your
get
game
that
of the
spit
year.
take out of Ben, but I didn't quite get there. Okay, so you have this like 100-man round, 100-person round.
yeah. There
and then
are different enemy
boss, and
types.
then like
I haven't got too far into it.
right.
I only played it for a certain number of hours. I think it was Tuesday, Monday. But yeah, it's round based, and like there's different enemy types. You've got your grunts, you've got like the heavies, so it takes like at least 3 slashes to kill them.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so the like not all of the 100 enemies are one-hit kills.
They're not all the same, yeah.
I misunderstood you.
So there is some variety in the enemy types, and I recently encountered a new enemy type. I'm not actually sure what they do, so I can't really explain it because they killed me instantly. But
Fair enough. Yeah,
there's
sounds
another
like
enemy.
they're brutal.
Yeah, and there's another enemy type that I did see along the ways. Like they have a gun, and it's like they just stay in, pick a certain spot, and they can basically. They're like a marksman. They can just pick you out from anywhere.
So they're snipers, yeah.
Yeah.
So just changed it up that makes you keep moving.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
And there's very good movement in this game because you have a dash.
Yeah.
And you also you can upgrade your character. You obviously have to do certain objectives to open up gear in the game. So like you can get new boots, you can get a new katana sword, you can get gloves which give you different abilities. Like you have this meter, so every hit that you have, it'll fill up the meter.
Right.
And then you can either fill up the meter all the way and just do I can kill everybody on screen kind of thing. So really cool like transition into that is really cool. Yeah, it's you basically have to jam down on like I played on controller. I don't know why you'd ever play this with keyboard.
Wait, what platform were you playing it on?
It's on Steam.
Okay, yeah.
It's only on Steam as far as I know. It's not on any of the consoles. It's only on PC. But yeah, you basically jam down on like the X button, and then you see the lines of where she's gonna like run and kill everybody, and it's like this just like samurai classic. Just cut everyone down and everybody's dead. Build up a really nice big combo. And it's a surprisingly deep game for like something that cost me like £3. I wasn't really expecting much. It had a like really cool like art style, the pixelated like arcade top down kind of look. It's not the deepest arcade experience you're ever going to play, but it's got enough in there to like keep you going. Like I started playing it and I just didn't want to stop, and then it's like, oh, I might watch this on TV, just turn the sound on this, just keep on playing. It's not a clicker game, but it's just something that you can play in the background and just try and keep getting high score, stuff like that.
It's mindless, but not talentless, for lack of a better term.
No,
you have to pay attention. You just don't have to pay a lot of attention. Because clicker games, you could just put your cat in front of
yes. This is you have to pay attention because
But it's not like you have to do a lot of deductions or some sort of other move or like.
No, it's like you know the arsenal, the move set and everything. You've also got like a stamina meter. So if you keep like slashing at dudes, like keep button mashing, getting like a whole pile of them,
you get tired.
Yeah, you get tired, and that also prevents you from just button mashing and having a low.
I don't know how to play games without button mashing.
Casual, like... filthy casual. Yeah.
I mean that's how I played Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Just blindly shoot, just in any direction going.
Oh no, I would change the button I mash. Sometimes it's just jumped a bunch.
Just constantly crouching all the time.
It's not that I'm an asshole who teabags opponents. I just needed to mash a button.
Sounds like every experience I've had with Battlefield. Yeah.
To be honest, most of the time, because I picked scoped guns, I was just in and out of scope.
Give me a headache. Yeah, you get a stamina meter, and that'll drain the more that you just slash into guys. So often the case, you're going to have to like dash away from the enemies. They'll obviously follow you like any horde mode kind of arcade experience. And the one thing that I haven't talked about is the gun that you have. It's basically you only have so many bullets, and you can unlock new guns as you go. So I recently unlocked a shotgun which has a much wider spray and can
kill more than
enemies in one. No, it's a reloading. It just reloads over time. So if you
in principle have unlimited bullets. It's just they're like doled
just
out
big
to you.
Cooldown,
yeah. I like that type of mechanic because I get the fact that like certain weapons can be overpowered, and you don't want to be able to just spam them. But like the artificial hunt for ammo, which is usually superfluous, but in certain circumstance X, you just don't have to bump into it. It's kind of shitty.
I like it in some experiences. Like I can't remember if Crimson Land did that, but Tesla versus Lovecraft, which is another really recent arcade experience, which is made by the same guys who made like Crimson Land and stuff like that. That's a really cool experience. I think you pick up ammo in like at least different weapons wherever you go. It's a much more fleshed out experience than this, I must say. But also preventing you from just like shooting everybody is the fact that you're basically planted to the spot. You cannot move when you're aiming and shooting your weapon. Yeah. And the thing about this game is
you're like a real person using a gun.
Yeah.
It's like tank controls, just like stop, hold, turn, shoot.
And you can shoot. You can. This is another reason why I'd never play it on the keyboard. But and just rather play it on what I'm used to, a controller, just using the joystick to aim the aim where it's going to shoot, and then shoot with the R2 button or whatever it was. And no, I think it's the X button. I think same action button for shooting and slashing. But it's a
no, hold on. I want you to be clear. What is it? Our listeners won't be able to.
It's X. It's X button or square if you're playing PlayStation controller.
Oh, what if I'm using a Steam controller?
I don't know. You'd use one of the 80 buttons that are on.
Actually, I think
just mash it, mate. Just mash it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Mash it.
It depends what we've mapped it to, because that thing is the whole point of that fucking thing is that you can do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but it's a really fleshed out experience for like. I think it might just be like the one developer who made it, but yeah, it's for the price, it's a really, really, really good like arcade experience. Whether you play it for like, I don't know, a day or so or something like that. I just think the whole overall package is something. It's really of good quality, and you could, if you got really into it, I'm sure you could sink quite a few hours into it. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I really recommend it, especially for the price point.
Which is what again?
Steam in a minute and have a look.
Yeah.
What was it again?
Akane, AKANE.
What did you buy for like $3? Is that what you said?
I think I looked to see, because earlier I was saying, is Akane on sale? Pick that up.
Yes.
I bought it. I looked at my Steam history. I bought it for like £2.89. I don't know
Okay.
if the price has gone up or if I bought it on sale. I cannot remember.
Right.
Okay.
I bought it like a month ago or something.
Nice. I see a very like a researcher face on Aadil. Maybe he's having a look.
Yeah.
Nah.
Looking at something else. That's fine.
No. I mean, I went to the browser, but I've had enough beer that I was just like, oh, apparently I had my Humble Bundle library out, and what can I redeem? Oh yeah, that's right. Literally, I was just like, wait, what keys do I have? Oh, and then you're like, wait, so what's the price, Aadil? I don't fucking know. I'm not.
And
I think it was
is
$3.99 when I looked today.
Okay.
But yeah, very. I think I bought mine with just
It
from
is-
selling cards.
It is
Nice.
$3.99 full price. It's not on the Steam
Mm,
sale right now,
yeah.
but it's only $3.99,
Yeah.
and it looks like it has trading cards, so it's actually
Yeah, it does
at
because
least-
I sold 3 of them. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say it
soon as
has
I got
3
them.
cards, which
They
means
sold-
Pence a card.
no, they were
Yeah.
actually like 17 pence.
really.
Yeah.
Ooh.
When I looked, it was like, yeah, I'll put this up. I got like 13 pence, 12 pence for one, like 10 pence for the
So
other.
because I have my extraordinarily stupid library, and all you need to do is run the game.
Yep.
What I really need to be doing is like opening a random game, or like sequentially open a game overnight, earn the cards,
Or go to uni.
and tomorrow night open a new game, etc., and then just blitz sale all the cards, and then I can probably buy a full price game because I have that many stupid games.
You definitely could. Like, I was thinking, oh, I didn't play Hidden Folks on PC. I played it on an iOS build.
Okay, so at least I don't
I'm gonna
double
play it on
fucking
PC
buy
because I want
games.
to buy.
I might have
I
a
didn't buy
billion
it.
games.
I didn't buy. I didn't buy
Fuck you
those.
and
two.
your free games.
Yeah, I didn't buy those.
Yeah, okay. I take it back.
I got
Didn't
the
you get
PC,
you got
but
Hidden Folks though because you worked on it?
no. Yes, and I got all the profits. No, I helped with the translation.
Yes.
Yeah, so my name's
So you
in the
did-
credits, but I didn't receive any money.
I forgot
You
about
did do
Yeah,
something.
sorry.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, I mean, that's
I
a-
bought the DLC a couple months ago, like last month.
Yeah, not even that.
Oh, I think it was
yeah,
the I think it was the week of Red Dead. I was like, I'm more excited for the DLC than folks than Red Dead. And I was like, because I want to buy this game, and I was going to buy it on Switch, but I still, oh Christ, it's £14
I was
on
gonna say-
Switch. I was like, no.
It's 47 million pounds.
Fuck's sake.
But I'm going to buy the Mouth Sounds
Oh.
DLC
The what?
because in the game, the developers basically recorded their own voiceovers for all the little people, and they're just
Right.
stupid little noises, and they're
Right.
absolutely great. And I just want to throw that developer more
Right.
money. Absolutely, Hidden
Nice.
Folks, great.
Awesome.
But yeah, there's it's just files of just like the
Right.
audio files of all the. Yeah.
Have you played other games besides Akane?
Yes, I played a game called Planet Alpha. I'll just briefly touch on this.
Oh, is that out?
I think we're talking about different games, Ben.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is this the
no,
side-scrolling one?
Oh,
that's
yeah, yeah.
beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we are talking about the same game. Okay. Yeah. I bought that on Switch a while. I think as it came out because it was on sale. If you got it, within like the first week of release or something.
Mm.
It had very mixed reviews, but I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'll just dip in because it's a 2D side scroller, and it has to be really bad for me to not like a 2D side scroller.
Mm.
So I love 2D platform games. That is my bread and butter. Those are my favorite games of all time. So I was just like, yeah, I'll check it out. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It is very much what any review was probably out there saying. I think there are some very polarizing ones. People are like, "This is the best game ever." And it's like, it absolutely isn't. I think more than mediocre, like 6 out of 10 reviews are probably more fair and probably more accurate
but
to that experience. I think
Anytime
just-
someone says this is the best game ever, you're like, nope, it ain't no Cuber.
for you, possibly, but from a critique side, there is a lot wrong with this game. It is stunningly beautiful. I play it on like the Nintendo Switch, that handheld mode. That obviously doesn't have the highest like fidelity or resolution, but it still looked good. Still looked very good. It's got like a kind of. It almost looks like the film like Avatar or something. This is really not selling the game now.
Super colourful, like yeah.
No, the one with the stupid blue people.
Oh, I thought you meant the one with the whitewashed cast.
No, the even worse, like culturally insensitive film.
Wrong
with the blue
podcast. This
people.
isn't the Glorious Movies cast. I can't talk about shit.
Yeah, just
stupid blue people. Yeah, so it's a Smurf movie.
Yeah, no, leave Papa Smurf alone. It's got this kind of 3D, kind of smooth textured kind of thing. It's sort of like Avatar, and you're in this very exotic foreign planet, and you're just there with like all the flora and the fauna and all the different creatures and all this and all that. And it's basically this external force, these evil robots to take over the planet, kind of like what I remember of Avatar, which is very little because that film's terrible.
They're like, oh yeah, they're not robots, they're people, and they're after some thing called unobtainium.
Yeah, like
that's how good the writing is.
Yeah, it looks like Pandora. I think that's the name of the place.
Yeah.
So and it's got like this kind of Fern Gully kind of feel, like very
because
going
it's the same movie.
Yeah.
No, Fern Gully's great.
Oh yeah, I literally published an academic article on movie reviews and the similarity between movies, and my quintessential example was the fact that people compare Avatar to Pocahontas, Dances with Wolves, and Fern Gully, and the best rapping was Fern Gully. Oh yeah, this is the nonsense person you know.
I like Fern Gully.
Fern Gully.
Can you send that to me? I want to read it.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, me too. Just so that I can print it out and burn it.
It was a conference proceedings article. It's shit, but it's fine.
Okay.
It's not Fern Gully. It's Fern Gully: The Last Rainforest.
Is it?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's the title.
I remember.
I fucking love that game. That movie.
I got so
Robin
afraid.
Williams' his like smallest batshit role, like literally batshit. He's playing a bat.
The bat. Yeah, I got so afraid of the oil part, which is when I look back now, is like an oddly like sexualized oil spill. I can't remember who voiced it, but it's just weird. Yeah. But I got really afraid of it as a kid. Just watch the song.
Oh,
the
I
oil
get the
spill.
scary part. I'm just less.
No, you watch that song interlude with that oil spill. It's overtly sexual.
YouTube it now, listeners.
Yeah, it's overtly sexual.
Listeners, please tweet at Tanked Up with sexy not or sexy hot. after you watched
It's weird.
I
was terrified of that as a kid. I just used to remember just stopping the VHS at that point because I just couldn't go on any further. I was like, this oil spill is scary. Like, it was almost up there with like Roger Rabbit scary for me when I was a kid.
Roger Rabbit sexy?
Scary.
Oh, scary. Okay, all right, sure.
Anyway,
to be fair, Christopher Lloyd in Roger Rabbit is pretty fucking freaky.
That's nightmare-inducing, especially as a child. When I watch it now, I'm still scared. It's when it's when the guy gets flattened
as well to
So the scariest part
to fucking get rid of them.
And when he's flat and he comes
of Roger Rabbit is when fucking Doc Brown, aka the judge,
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, takes the goddamn shoe and puts it in the acid. That is by far one of the most scary cartoon moments of all time.
I found it when he got steamrolled and he came back up as that really thin, like animated. I thought that was scary.
It's the laugh as well.
Plus the laugh.
Yeah.
That whole film is just terrifying.
Also, that fucking idea of like this weirdly buxom human cartoon fucking this rabbit cartoon was just wrong.
Yes. Same with Married, right?
Yeah, of
Were
course.
they married or were they just
Jessica,
dating? I
I'm sure
can't remember.
she's Jessica
Ben.
Rabbit, isn't she? So.
They're clearly married. They clearly fucked.
Oh yeah, of course
Outside
it
of
is.
marriage. Come on now. It's a 90s, 80s cartoon
80s.
movie. Okay,
Let's
so
finish
Anyway,
it there.
what about Planet Alpha? I haven't even.
I was gonna say
We've moved
I'll
on
be-
so much.
I'll be very quick.
that's what she said.
It's it's a 2D like side scroller, but I think it's very much style over substance. It's very pretty,
Okay.
but I think that gets in the way of like the actual mechanics of the game. I mean, the platforming's fine. The platforming feels okay to control, but it's because everything's so much in the foreground and background that you just very much get distracted and you can't really see anything that you're meant to be paying attention to, which is crucial in a 2D platformer. You need to be seeing where you're going, what's in front of you, and a lot of the deaths are quite cheap in that way because you can't see what's in front of you. You're just along,
Right.
looking at the background and the foreground and stuff like that, and it's like, oop, something just kills you, or oop, sharp edge, and you just fall and die to your death. Fortunately, the checkpoints are very, very, very developer new, or maybe publisher Team 17 would like, look, your game is
broken, so we'll just give you a lot of save points so you
yeah,
can brute
so it
force your way
works in
through
that
this
way.
shitty game.
Yeah, and sometimes I did have to brute force my way through it. Sometimes it introduced different mechanics, and it's like, can't see what you want me to do because there's too much going on, or this is a new mechanic that you've just introduced and I've not explained it at all. And sometimes I have just got through places, and it's like, I don't know how I did that, or if it was the right way to do that.
Right.
So I was just coasting along and like, you know, just not caring too much. There wasn't really any overall story.
Oh, that's a shame.
But then something that you can interpret on your own. Probably
So it didn't have
plot of Avatar.
It didn't have like overall stitching. It was just kind of
it's style over substance. I don't think they understood that. Hey, you should make a really good 2D platformer and game rather than having everything interfere.
You
It's only about
basically said
5
there's
hours.
no story and the gameplay is subpar. So what parts of gaming?
It controls well and it's pretty, but those are probably the only good things that I can say about it. And it's short.
I mean, if I'm honest, sorry, what did you say? What did you off to?
Did you have high hopes for this, Ben?
No, well, no. It was just more that you know the only good parts about it was that it controls well and it looks pretty. It's like, okay.
So
Yeah, but it's
what
like
I was gonna say.
I think more people
Go
would be much more frustrated by it, but I was just like, you know, in Switch in my bed, playing on Switch in my bed.
It still works.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
it's alright, you know, but I wouldn't go back to it.
I was gonna say that controls well and looks pretty is a thing that I've had in the past and it hasn't worked out well.
Let's
end there.
I'm going to talk about my beers. I'm going to be very quick because the Ghanaian Spiced Porter didn't really get much better the more I drank.
Oh, that's a shame.
That chili just
So I mean, I
drains
was
it completely.
The reason why I asked to look at the bottle because I in my box I was like, oh, that seems really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is the same one. So I'm personally disheartened that the spice is so like it seems like heavy-handed.
Yeah, very much. And I mean, by default, it makes the Radio Alice, the New England double dry hopped IPA, kind of the better one this week. But it's the Radio Alice was kind of really, it's a nice beer, but sort of quite unremarkable, really. Just a pleasant beer.
Yeah,
So one of those weeks where something made a mistake, and that's why something else is the primary rather than it's on its own merit.
Yeah. One of those weeks where I think should have gone to the bottle shop.
Yeah, I mean, Beer 52, my least favourite months of theirs is when they brew their own kind of things. It's like,
I mean, so to be honest, that's one of the reasons why I decided to quit was because I was getting
they're
a
much
lot
better
more
about it now, but
Beer 52
for a
blends.
long,
And
a
so
long time.
what irked me was the box I got that I didn't order was entirely this table thing, which normally I would be interested in, but it's like why I kind of canceled was you were doing a lot of collabs and a lot of just like what are the beers that exist in the world.
Yeah.
And when I canceled, you decided to not uncancel me and then send me a bunch of collabs.
Yeah, because I think when I had that month's worth of beers, I think I drank them all pretty much in like one
day?
or 2 nights.
Yeah, but that's
It might have even been the same day.
Yeah.
But I was just watching the rugby and I wasn't even paying attention. It was like, oh, this is a nice accoutrement to watching the rugby. Don't remember any of them.
Right. Okay, so Lucy, what's your beer? Sorry.
When you said controlled well and looked pretty, you were on about cars, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying something.
Sorry, I'm
about
just trying to
person.
I'm just trying to feel because I'm not sure. You know what? I'm gonna give it to the White Noise. If
the Yeastie Boys.
yeah,
I'm not surprised.
If you said, Lucy, have a beer, which beer would you like? I'd go for the Cloudwater every single day.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I think the fact that the Yeastie Boys actually surprised me, I was like, oh, this is much better than I expected to be.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to the White Noise. It's
Nice.
you don't really come across many like white IPAs. This is called a white beer.
No.
Seldom come across them. But this one, you know, the fair shake of it. It's fruity at the start. It's got a nice finish. Like, it's not overly sweet. It's very smooth.
Balanced.
It's very easy. I don't know. I'd probably have to be more knowledgeable about the profile of like a white IPA is to judge that. But it's very easy drinking. I finished that much quicker. Cloudwater, which is surprising, but
yeah,
I'm gonna give it to them.
But also something everyone can get in Tesco as well.
Yeah.
That's really handy because that means people can actually abide by that.
Aadil, how about you, man?
I liked the Iron Fire Brewing Sinner Hoppy Pale Ale. But it just it was enjoyable, but it didn't quite do enough as advertising
Okay.
Sure.
While I stumbled upon saying the straightforward words of Iron Fire Brewing's Sinner Hoppy Pale Ale, while the Pixel R22 Appa Fomosaic blah 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 from Lost and Found is impossible to look up and pronounce. It's a really well balanced beer. I really enjoyed how the hops didn't linger. They made their I guess I was surprised at the difference between the finish and the main taste, given what was going on. It just in the same way that Lucy sort of said, I was just surprised, and it was sort of a balance I didn't expect. There were interesting tastes going on. It does more for the taste than the Iron Fire. If you want straightforwardly hoppy pale ale, by all means go to Temecula, California, and get yourself one of these Sinner hoppy pale ales. But the Lost and Found was just a more interesting and really well grounded and distributed in the sense of there were there was a distinct finish and taste, and they didn't have a stark contrast. There was a flow between them, but it was very much the case that two things were going on, and that was really interesting, and it was quite enjoyable.
Oh, that's good. I thought you would have gone the other way, but it did seem very close. So that's
yeah.
interesting.
I mean, like I said, that's why I want to talk a little bit more about the Iron Fire, because they're very close. I think the Lost and Found one on interestingness.
Yeah, that's the same for me with the Noise. It's like you could pick up any Cloudwater beer in the shop and you get those exact same flavors.
Yeah,
Sure.
so the Iron Fire wasn't a bad beer. It just did what it said it was doing really well, and the Lost and Found did what it was saying well, and something a little extra. And so I'm going to give it the recommend over top.
Nice, good.
Oh,
Good. Let's start to tell people how they can get in touch with us and tell us about the beers they've been drinking, all the games they've been playing. Aadil, we'll start with you.
I am basically unavailable.
He's writing. Just leave him alone.
I mean, I've actually been a little more active on Twitter lately.
Leave the damn alone.
I'm at the Omniarch on all of the things except Switch, in which case just fucking message me on the other things and I'll give you a Switch code. I may try and play games actually in the short run, but it doesn't really matter because I haven't actually done that for a while. So don't worry about me, but follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you feel like it, or follow us all on tankedup_cast at Twitter and the Tanked Up Out of Lives on Facebook. And if you follow us on the Tanked Up Facebook group, we haven't touched that for months. I keep getting these annoying notifications about how we haven't touched it for months.
Yeah, as do I, yeah.
Just abandon that. I want to see you actually withdraw so I know you're listening and actualizing this claim. We've had the same number of followers for a while. We don't update it. We all our posts, all our conversations, and including like some interesting beer posts happen on the Out of Lives Facebook page. That's where we live. We've made that move, but we haven't made it super explicit. Go there.
Yes. Do that. Well done. Lucy,
Mm.
how about you?
I'm also unavailable because I'll be playing Hitman 2 and nothing else for the rest of the year. Which I will talk. I'm just waiting for the right time when you two are,
Dead?
Pretty much. And just got enough beers to just not even care about me rambling Hitman for 6.
That's fine.
But
we can do that.
Yeah. You can get me on Twitter at TankedUpLucy. Thinking about changing it to Juicy Loose 9. Just to go with
back.
everything. Yeah, I don't even know if that was.
I mean, so that is one of the benefits of Twitter holding your user counts and all those relations when you switch your name is it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to change it, it shouldn't be Juicy Loose or Tanked Up. It should be something like Totes Random. Like Totes Random Juice.
Yeah.
Lucy! Exclamation point.
Like Totes Random Juice. Like, I don't
I'm
know.
serious.
What's random juice? Like pineapple juice? I don't know. But yeah, it's
Pineapple
just
juice is not random.
Tomato.
Like fucking
tomato,
no,
yes.
That's also not random. Random is
Lemon
like durian.
No, what? They wouldn't bottle
fruit.
that.
Kiwi.
That's
would-
the point.
There's kiwi juice.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Random, mate.
Kiwi juice is just juice you buy in New Zealand.
That's a good one.
I can't believe that worked. That was one of my shittiest jokes. I don't understand.
Good.
There's no rhyme or
Like-
reason.
Lucy, you and I have a rapport on my shitty jokes, but I still
Yes.
don't understand the boundaries of it. Like I'm constantly surprised when like I do something really dumb, and you're like, "That's
It
awesome."
always work. That's great.
Okay, so you're Tanked Up Lucy, possibly
Yes.
Juicy Loose 9 in the future.
In the future, yes, we'll see. But Juicy Loose 9 everywhere else. PlayStation, Steam, Xbox, Untapped.
Sweet. I am at Nova_47. Almost everywhere. Go to outoflives.net, as we've alluded to, and look at articles and listen to other podcasts and things. I have just put up a post about why I'm looking forward to The Division 2,
Yes.
which I am looking forward to. So go
And there's
read
no
that
reason
as well.
to. So
No, the only reason
it's null and void.
he's just a big maths fan.
That's it. Love it. Can't get enough of dividing everything.
Yeah.
possible.
Why would I just divide once when I could divide twice?
They've made a new division.
Right?
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Can you?
Set
Can
a
either of you do
formula
like
to run
long
through.
division? It's impossible, isn't it?
No.
I mean,
It
what do you
is.
mean by can you do it?
Not,
It's
not
like,
impossible.
Would
is
you
it?
know how to? It is impossible. To do it in without a calculator, I think it's impossible to do.
Oh dear. So for those of you who want the bonus episode where we walk Lucy through the stages of long division,
How do you do that?
you can
It's
subscribe to us on Patreon. That'll be our first Patreon episode. It's for Ben and Aadil guide Lucy through long division. That's what you can do.
Oh dear.
Oh, end this, Ben.
We can't top this for another week. We've been tanked up. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
It is legitimately impossible without a calculator. I don't care who you are.
Oh, God.
It's impossible.